Good morning. This is Mr. G with IT Essentials. I'm here at the beautiful Edgewood High School / Middle School. Here are my lovely students.
I'm not lovely, I'm ugly.
Yes, absolutely. So today's main focus is Chapter 11 of the Cisco Netacad interface. So as you can see here, this is where our curriculum comes from. This is the Cisco Netacad interface. This class, as I mentioned, is IT Essentials. So there's different aspects. Third period would be Intro to Networking. So far this program has gone first year, second year. This is my second period, and we're in IT Essentials. We are now have reached Chapter 11. This is a beefy chapter because it pertains to Windows installation. So we've gone from aspects such as what are these electronic components, identifying these electronic components, start troubleshooting some of these electronic components to create and build a PC. So I'm going to walk around the room here in a second. So here's a type of PC that the students get to use and build in class. So from Chapter 1, we're dissecting these electronic components, these elements of a PC. And as we gradually go through the yellow brick road of the Cisco Netacad interface, the students not only have to identify these electronic components, but learn how to install them, and then learn how to troubleshoot these in a real environment. And we do that by using the labs that are inside Cisco Netacad interface and providing these PCs to our students so they could build them and use them for labs. So as I mentioned, we're now on Chapter 11.
He's been hearing me fast because you know I showed me.
And I typically post these things on the TV in the middle of the classroom. So on the left-hand side here, we have this assignment from Google Classroom that I post to all the students. This chapter is really beefy because we've gone through that yellow brick road, as I keep mentioning, and we're now at the point where we've installed Windows on these PCs, and we're learning the different aspects of the Windows operating system when it comes to solving the mystery of end users' issues. On the right hand side here, this is where I pull up the Cisco Netacad interface, and we just follow the trail right here. So we're Chapter 11, Section 4, and that's correlating with what's in Google Classroom. So we move to the back right here. I call this my VIP table. So when students are having issues or struggling with some of these assignments, I send them over here to this VIP table. You can see we have a couple of the students here piecing together PCs. We got toolkits. Manny right here has a power supply that he was working on to fix and rebuild. Here's one of the VIPs. Manuel, ¿cómo estamos?
Bien.
How you liking the class?
I like it. It's really good.
You hate it?
No, I like it.
Why do you hate it so much? Because you're learning? Manny here has built a gaming PC. Mr. Evan here has built a gaming PC. Right, we got Mr. Ryan back here, Nathan. So these are the VIPs. What's that?
Am I one of the VIPs?
No, you haven't passed yet. Yes. So these students right here, like I said, this back table is VIP table. I send the students back here that are having issues with the labs or they're having issues with their PCs. I'll walk around the room a little bit. So we have Mac PCs. Mac has obviously the Mac operating system. So not only are the students learning how to use the Chrome operating system from the Chromebooks that have been issued to them by the district, but in my lab, I have Mac PCs as well. So they're learning Chrome operating system from West Covina's 1-to-1 program. They're also learning the Mac operating system, which we do a lot of like packet tracer assignments. All right. And then the PCs in the classroom are actually from the district's e-waste pile. So instead of getting rid of those computers, what we're doing is taking advantage of these PCs that would be e-wasted and installing the Windows operating system. So if you get a young Johnny Tech, hey Manny, how old are you? So Manny is 15. By the time he finishes the Cisco networking, he's going to know up to 5 operating systems, which also include 2 networking systems, which I, as a young individual at that stage of my life, had zero access to at my school. It cost my parents tens of thousands of dollars, not only to send me off to college to learn a lot of these aspects, hardwares, to replicate some of those real life scenarios. So if I wanted to learn how to troubleshoot Mac, I had to beg my parents, I had to save money to buy a Mac, whereas the students have them here in class. District-wide initiative, especially during COVID. Hola Carmina, ¿cómo estamos?
Bien.
The students have one-to-one Chromebooks, so they're learning the Chrome operating system. And the Cisco NetCAD is all based off of the Windows operating system, which is our chapter 11. Windows installation. The E stands for Echo. That's how beefy this chapter is. Typically chapters we go through at least 2 weeks worth, A and B. I break them down as such matter. But this is a beefy chapter. We're on E. There's a lot of stuff to know about Windows. A little bit. Back here we just got some components, some little extra parts that the students have been organizing. Here's my old office when I first started here at Edgewood 12 years ago. Now the students use it to store their PCs that they use for labs. What's pretty awesome about having this room is I'm able to bring them in here. And I don't want to climb up there right now. However, these are one of the IDFs. I'll call it an internet box. It has specific networking hardwares, router switches. You can see the cabling right here. So all these cables feed into the classroom. They feed into all these computers. That's how the computers get internet. And the entire building, the E building, all the computers, internets come in here and get plugged into this IDF, which essentially relays all the data back to the main switch in the front office, which then obviously runs across the street to the district office, where I'm also a systems analyst, and a lot of my daily work pertains to updating, managing those aspects of technology. So not only are they learning from the context of the Cisco Networking Academy, we have hands-on hardwares in the classroom they can learn from. As I just showed you, we have that IDF. I'm able to use those as examples for the labs, as parts of the chapter to articulate the flow of the Cisco NetCAD interface. My teaching style is a little bit different. I'm not a traditional certificated faculty member. It's a little bit more loose. I explain to them what today's agenda, which I've already gone over. As I showed you before, I display this on the TV. I go over it. The students know what to expect for the day. And at this point, I let them loose on their PCs to work on, to finish the labs. As you can see, some of the students are working on labs. They're able to sit where they want. I like it a little bit more loose. Like I said, it is IT, it is technology. This is how my world works. This is a real life environment I'm trying to create for them and get them intrigued. At the end of the day, I want them to know that they have opportunities and options to work in an environment that they can control. They're not in construction, they're not mechanics. And what's wrong with having a little bit of fun and being a little bit looser in this type of environment when your tools and resources are your computer and all you really need is internet access? So here's Andrea and Audrey. They're about to log into the Cisco Neticat interface. I'd show you Daniel, but he already told us how ugly he is. So, ¿Cómo estamos, Daniel?
Bien.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing a mask.
Because you're... See, so here's Andrea, one of our A students.
Oh, she's an F student.
She's going into the Cisco Neticat interface. Here's Audrey, another amazing student.
And then
As
there's
you
Daniel,
can
the touch up. And then there's
Same
Ian,
thing from the
guy
TV
knows
that we just
everything,
went over.
Doesn't want to do it. Who's Ian?
And I walk around. I talk to my students. I engage with them. If they need any assistance, that's what I'm here for.
Do you have a snack?
And then in a minute, I'll go ahead and record us doing a Kahoot, which really brings the engagement to life. And I have an award system that you guys will see shortly. It's called Tech Bucks. So instead of just having the students do a Kahoot and calling it a day, I really want to challenge them. I want them to be really engaged. So the reward system is something called Tech Bucks. These are my Tech Bucks that I created for the class. I didn't think this was going to work at first. I thought this was too preschool, kindergarten-ish. But these are gold.
That's pretty much what we are.
What? What are you pretty much? Preschoolers? Oh my god. All right. So these, what the students could use these for are towards their assignments. The more bucks you earn, obviously the more you could use towards your assignment. So if an assignment is worth 10 points or 20 points, it's going to cost them those Tech Bucks not to do that assignment. They will get a grade of completion because they've earned these during class of engagement, doing participation time, and that's it for now. All right, I'm going to stop recording, and I'll be back here shortly to end the class with the Kahoot, which you will see. All right. All right, once again, 8th graders, we had progress reports due this week. They've been posted. Make sure you review that progress report. Yes, we have to do the Kahoot in class. Yes. Do the Kahoot. I need to record it. Yes, of course. All right, got a few more weeks of school, guys, for you 8th graders. It's just a progress report. Don't freak out. However, for each and every one of you, there's a few more weeks left. Do not expect to turn in 20 missing assignments the last week of school and Mr. G stop his life to grade your papers. I suggest start turning them in sooner than later. All right? Last week of school, I want to keep it loose and fun. I don't want to have a final exam to freak you guys out. However, if you're going to take advantage of that, don't expect me to grade your stuff in a timely manner. All right? Make sure you're staying on top of your stuff and turn it in. And communicate with me, guys. If you communicate with me, I'll work with you, all right? What happened?
What?
You want to use what?
The blue highlighter?
Do you have a Tech Buck?
Yeah.
All right, so this is a part of my reward system right here. Young Andrea needs to use something. So it's going to cost her a Tech Buck because she wasn't prepared. However, since she was engaged and participated before, she's able to use this reward system to gain access to the resource she needs. Kahoot! We have 20 more minutes in class. I want to...
By the way, can I get a bag of chips?
Yes, sir.
This is Kahoot's.
So here's the Kahoot. No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Oh, I thought you were looking at
So I got the Kahoot. Since I'm recording, I can't join right now. But typically what I do is I join the Kahoot to challenge the students. The top 3 that win earn these Tech Bucks, which are used towards assignments, labs, participation opportunities, things of that nature. I also have a bag of swag. Swaggy swag, or what is it called? I always say it wrong. Swag. All right, so things like just tons of just corny stuff, right, that the kids could use, what have you. Yo-yos, tech equipment, things of that nature. All right, let's see here. Let's start.
Can you retake the Kahoot? Can you retake the Kahoot that you posted?
Yeah, it's right here right now. But yeah, you can.
Okay.
We're gonna do it live in class right now if you want to join, or
G.
All right, let's go, students. There's 2 of us in the Kahoot. There's about 50 of us in here. Let's go.
Either is blocked on my Chromebook or is glitched because I infinitely load.
Just take a quick pause, go through it. Remember, the top 3 get a tech buck. First, second, and third on the podium get tech bucks. First place will get 3 tech bucks. Second place, 2. Third place, 1. All right, let's go, let's go. Hold on. This young man right here just went to the office to get a what?
Work permit to get a job.
In technology. I am so excited because he's taking the aspects that he's learning. It's not for a tech job.
It is.
Disregard those comments. My apologies. Yes, sir.
People that would want to get a tech job in here would be me, Manny, and Evan.
Well, get it.
All
right.
I work with my mom.
And if you're eating or drinking in class, please pick up your mess. Your mommies and daddies are not here to clean up after you. I don't get paid enough to clean up after you guys. Respect the rules of the class. I don't mind if you guys eat or drink. Just pick up after yourselves, please. Huh?
Drink what?
Agüita? That's it, water.
Problem with this computer.
Ruby tea.
One day I'm gonna be like, nah, that's not helping me.
What's that, an ice? Ice? Córrele, here's ice.
My mom asks me to pick something, I do it on
Like I said, I like to keep my different, a little fresh, a little funky, I guess. I don't know. I'm a tech. Like, I'm not a teacher. I'm doing this as a favor to the district. I love it. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. But that's how it is in the tech department across the street. So I carry that into the classroom. Backstreet boy. What? Backstreet's back. Try to use your initials or a part of your name, please, so you get full credit. Remember to take a snapshot and provide that snapshot as evidence of completing the assignment.
Mr. G, it doesn't work for me.
Use your phone.
It infinitely loads.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My phone.
Refresh it, I guess. I don't know.
Try it.
Big time. But in a second, I'm about to chug a lug.
Also, Mr. G, my phone, it doesn't work on
Look,
my phone
this is what I got to deal with when I'm nice. Your husband, really? Bye.
My phone also.
Don't forget to use your initials or your name. Nathan's.
Is this good?
Yes? Vaughn? Yes.
The internet on my phone sucks at school. So.
Let's go. You got 2 minutes. Actually, no. That's way too long. You got 30 seconds. Let's go.
1 Mississippi.
30 segundos.
Mississippi.
Oh, wait.
4 Mississippi.
Wow.
5
It's a legal immigrant.
6 Mississippi.
30.
7 Mississippi. 8 Mississippi. 9 Mississippi. 10 Mississippi.
Hold on. I forgot.
I got my little crew of cheaters here. I mean, engagers. They love to engage. So they come behind my desk because they don't see the answers or anything like that. Really be engaged in class, right, guys? Yeah.
My little sister.
Yes, little sister, don't you?
Hey, during the lineup, my computer turned off.
Who'd you call? Oh, I was like, what the heck, man?
I thought that was a point.
I'm yelling at students. Don't call anybody. All right, 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
9,
Countdown, Rovan, loud.
No, hold on.
7, 6,
Are you in?
5,
4, 3.
Oh my gosh. Hurry up, get in.
All right, Mr. G, press the start
Start
button.
it.
Quick. Mr. G, start it.
Are you in?
Go, press start.
Putting your last
don't
name.
care, just
Daniel,
start
we
it.
won. Daniel, we won.
All right, we're ready? Go. Remember, the top 3 earn tech bucks. You are to provide me a snapshot for evidence. I am not going to go looking, searching, fishing for your work.
Mr. G, you want to know what my dad said?
All right, so here's a Kahoot, right? I mean, it's fun, it's funky, fresh, whatever you want to call it. But it's super engaging. Like I said, the students love the tech bucks. And all aspects are pertaining to what we're learning in the Cisco and EdCAD interface. I thought this was preschoolish. I thought it was kiddish. But it works great.
That's my name?
So there we go. What is peak?
The longest answer.
So students have learned is even sometimes if they don't know the answer, the longest answer is the correct answer, which I think is pretty interesting. I took tutoring for my SATs. That's a couple of those SAT trainers. That's what they told us to do. A couple of test examples without even reading the questions. We were getting C's and B's, like high scores on those. All right. So Jonah, Jonah?
Look at that.
Jonah's in the lead. That a baby Jonah. How much RAM? Hey, everyone should know this. 64-bit version of Windows. How much RAM is needed?
Sir,
All right.
not enough time. We need more time.
More time? Is it going too fast or what?
That's only like 5 seconds.
Is it really? Oh gosh.
It's actually there.
Oh.
See, the students are all having fun. They're all engaged. Everything pertains to the aspects of the Cisco NetAcad, the chapters that we're into right now. So UAC, user access control.
Oh, I got it right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Jonah's still in the lead. Whoop whoop. Oh, come on, Carmina. You can do it. You can do it, Carminas. What is a home group versus a work group?
Yellow. It's yellow.
Why do we want a home group versus just individual computers? Right? The entire reason you want a group of any sort is to be able to share files and folders in that ecosystem. Right? It helps reduce cyber attacks and things of that nature.
Keep it attached.
Remember to pick up your trash. What is Windows Library for? Well, it's not a bunch of books out of old place with brick and mortar. We're talking about Windows operating system.
Like, you trying to help me too?
Right? So your library is where you're housing these things. The lab you just did pertaining to directories and repositories is how you access and find these libraries.
Librarians.
That makes a wonky ass staple.
Hey, give me that thing. Under which tab of the task manager? Remember the task manager. If you're having issues with a PC or you want to know some information, you open that task manager to check out the what? Oh my. Oh, Jonah. Jonah and Josiah head to head.
Josiah?
Nice.
Nah, Josiah's looking it up.
I went to
Hey, a service, right? Runs at startup. Which type of startup must be selected? Is it boot?
Okay.
I was gonna say
You're both
automatic.
wrong. I need help.
I did.
You can't.
Oh, Noah creeping on you. Mrs. Carmina's on the port. Oh,
I'm at the very bottom.
MMC.
I'm at the very bottom.
This is a little tricky.
Microsoft Molex. Microsoft Management.
I love Microsoft.
7, 10.
All right.
I was like, what is
So this is something that you guys learned in a lab last week.
$5?
Yeah, Microsoft.
I'll bet you a lot. Okay, $2.
Red? Did you guys go red?
It's wrong. He's wrong.
Let's see.
It's wrong. I screenshotted it. Nice.
Knuckleheads.
You copied me.
See?
Oh, you
They're having
did.
fun. They're
My
learning.
younger sister.
Oh, here we go. We got our winners. Choo!
No, but
like depending on what?
All right. Too bad for these two cheaters. I mean, engagers.
bro, that's my.
They didn't finish on the top. However,
Top 10.
Sir,
we have our winners. Come on up.
how much money I got paid?
Jonah, first place. Here you go, Mr. Jonah.
I messed up on the whole group.
All good, all good. Let's see. Carmina, last? Oh, God. I mean, here you go, Miss Carmina. Congratulations on a job well done. Mr. Noah, here you go, sir. 2 tech books. Right on. So that's typically how class goes. It's boring at first. It's, go through the context of this book, that book. However, I want to tie all that in. Have a little fun and engagement with the kids. And that's it, all right? Enjoyed class today. I'll check you next time for IT Essentials, Cisco Networking Academy. Mr. G, come and check it out. Lastly, another aspect of class. See, I do this, right? I empower the students as well. Time check.
6 minutes.
So if they keep up to date with their tasks, right? So like Andrea here is our timekeeper. If I ask her the time we have left in class, she knows. If she doesn't know or forgets, then she doesn't earn a tech buck and she loses that duty. Young Daniel's walking around with a trash can. Not because he's Mexican. Jesus, Daniel.
Oh, and look.
But those are his duties,
And it's my recycle. Ah!
right? And that's how they're also able to earn tech bucks. So not just full throttle 100% on the aspects of the curriculum, but however, empower them, give them those opportunities to continue to earn tech bucks towards their assignments and just treat them like normal people. Because at the end of the day, we need these people in our future for technology. So when we get old, they have that skill set, knowledge base to take care of us. So hopefully one day these guys will be my boss and they'll hire me.